Prime Land, man. Check this out, man. Now, listen, the Colorado Buffaloes, this is a big day for every team because this is the first day that the transfer portal is open and people are eligible to hop into the portal and, test their mettle, see what's going on, man, and see where they might want to go. And so, because of that, you already know who's going to be the main topic, the main attraction, Coach Prime, man. And he was asked about not, some things like that, but mainly how he feels about people in the 2025 decommitting and all that good stuff, man. So we're going to talk about that in 1 second, man. But before we get started, let's just go down the list of names that have entered the portal right now. We already said Big Hank is in the portal, man. We don't know where he's going. No destination yet. Egan Carey's in there. Van Wells is in there. Interior offensive lineman. Gerald Christian Lightenhahn, offensive tackle. Marvin Ham and Caleb Faria. So we already know that those guys have gone into the portal. And like we said, man, Godspeed to those guys and all of that good stuff. But amongst this, Coach Prime is the best interview in sports right now. And as such, Carl Reed was speaking with him today. And he just says he's talking about losing kids, most importantly, or most paramount, some of the 2025 class commits or what have you. And Coach Prime talked about that, and we're going to listen to what he had to say. But before we get started, make sure y'all like the video, comment y'all thoughts down below. Y'all know we're trying to go with this thing to the moon, Alice. And if nobody told you this today, y'all my brothers, my sisters, my family, let's just get right into the video. Love each and every last one of y'all. Let's get into it.
Coach, how big is it to lose commitments in the class of 25 or in any class when guys flip? Does it really hurt you like that?
It's not big to lose kids in the class of 25. You know how long that is to stay committed to a person that you don't see but maybe once or twice a year. That's tremendous. I mean, you got to understand, at this point, we have not lost anything that we desperately have to have. Now, if you say a Travis or Shedeur or this guy or that guy, I got a problem now. I'm gonna have to address that. I'm looking at this portal stuff and I'm seeing quarterbacks and key guys from certain schools. I'm like, ooh, I know that hurt. They weren't ready for that. It's gonna be attrition, and you're gonna lose certain players because that's just life. That's just, everybody's not going to be happy when you got 120 kids inside of the locker room. Everybody's not going to be happy. They're not going to get their appetites appeased. I understand that. That's why you're constantly recruiting. You're constantly going out to improve, and you're creating competition, man. And that's what I love. I love that you got to go out and compete every day in practice just to start on that Saturday. I love that. That's the atmosphere we desire to create at Colorado. That's the atmosphere we're going to create at Colorado. And that's how it's going to be.
And I love what he's saying about that, man, because it's just the simple fact that when you see people leaving, and that's why we tied it into the transfer portal, because he spoke about the transfer portal as well as the class of 2025. Like you said, that's a long time to be committed to anything, much less something that you only see a couple of times a year. And then now you've committed, and that's literally 2 years away, and you're saying, well, I can't do anything for these two. So what, those guys, they just want to free up their selection because no schools are going to invite you if you are committed. Then all of a sudden you committed early because that's where you really want to go. But then you see all your friends and all of that. They may be going on different recruitment trips and things like that. And you're like, man, I'm better than that guy. Why am I not getting recruited? Because I've already committed. And because of that, so that's why a lot of guys might want to open up their commitment and and open up their recruiting or what have you. But just like he said, no matter what happens, you got 120 some odd kids on the team, and ain't but 11 can play at a time, regardless of where you're playing football. It don't matter what you're playing. Only 11 can be on that field at a time. You're gonna have you probably realistically got about 35 to 40 that are going to be in constant rotation or what have you like that. You're going to have your special teams that's going to give you 33, and then you're going to have 10, 11 or so, maybe even 15. We just say you got about 50 kids that are going to be in constant rotation or something like that. And so seeing that, if you feel like you said, if I'm not getting my appetite wet here, then hey, it may be time for me to move on, and I see where I am in the pecking order. It's just not working out for me. That's okay, and that's why you got to keep recruiting and keep it going and just keep pushing, keep going on, and know what it is that you're looking for, because it's a never-ending game. It's a never-ending story or whatever. Like you said, it's a battle of attrition. You got kids that are gonna come in, you got kids that are gonna go out. You're gonna have people that come in that are gonna be not on your level, and so you feel like you don't even have to push that hard. You're gonna have people that come in that are gonna be above your level, playing above your head, and it's gonna push you to say, man, if I want to keep this job, I might need to keep pushing. And then you may say, this is just not the right fit for me. Let me just get on up out of here, you know, and that's just fine. Every single team is going to have players that are going to leave, man. Like it just is what it is. It don't say nothing about the coach. It don't say anything about what playing any sport. If you've played a sport, playing any sport is more about the fit than anything. And if you go somewhere and it's not a good fit, then that's okay. You just go fortunately, these kids can go somewhere where it is a good fit now. You're not just stuck at that school. It used to be, you know, I'm stuck here. It's not a good fit. So do I risk transferring and then lose a year? And then, or do I just stay here and try to stick it out and try to get in the good graces of coach? Fortunately, you don't have to do that anymore. You can just go anywhere you want. And just to show y'all, man, listen, how many, I didn't see how many, we didn't count. It was like five or six. Look, Georgia, these are 4 guys that entered today. Jackson Meeks, CJ Madden, Jonathan Jefferson, and Brock Vandergrift. Look, Alabama just won the SEC title game. Let's see how many Alabama got gone. Alabama Crimson Tide. No players found. Hey, they probably just don't even let you go over there. Alabama, hey, it seems Nick Saban seemed like don't get it twisted, because people is jumping in that portal now. Don't get it twisted. Let's look at last year. Like let's not get it twisted. But Nick Saban might be like, listen, man, until that season over, you can't hop into the portal, man. But just going back and looking at the Colorado Buffaloes or what have you, it's not an indictment on them or anything like that. It's just simply the fact that hey, man, you're gonna lose players from everywhere. Every school is gonna lose some players, and it's on you to replace them. So what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Georgia got 4 that already are leaving, man. So it is what it is. Listen to me. It's not a huge deal when you lose players. It is, but it's not. Last year lost like 50 some odd, almost 60 in the portal, and then you got all of them. You got everybody back, and you had a better season. So if you lose a few here, pick up a few there. The main thing is not so much as what you're losing, is what you're gonna pick up in the key spots, offensive and defensive line. That's what needs to be picked up. Maybe a linebacker here or there, something like that, but maybe, man, mainly offensive and defensive line is where the help is needed. And you get there, and you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get there probably through the portal, probably gonna pick up some people. But like I said, man, it's so hard to walk off of a high school field. Linemen can do it in most cases, but like, it's so hard to walk off of a high school field and then walk onto a college field with just a summer or just a semester of getting up to speed and then being able to do it. It's so hard to do that. That's why only the truly special are able to do that. But a lot of guys can do it. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, though, man. Y'all agree with Coach Prime? Do y'all not? And I'm going to holler at y'all next time. Till next time. It's your boy Jay Easy, a.k.a. Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ.
Godspeed.